Good afternoon and welcome all. So we gather here in a little time of reflection and prayer and meditation and thanksgiving for the gifts of this year. As teachers and educators, we take pause at this time of the year and we look back to the unique challenges that this year had, to the gifts, the graces bestowed upon us, and again for the chance and opportunity and honor to be a teacher, to be an educator. So I should begin simply by taking a deep breath. Hold your breath for a moment and slowly exhale. Again, just focusing on your breathing. You take a deep breath, you let your lungs fill up, you hold on to that, and you slowly exhale. Once more, taking a deep breath, you try to clear your mind. Allow yourself simply to be present to your breathing and this exercise. Give yourself the gift of time. So again, breathing in, you breathe in deeply, you hold your breath for a moment, and then you slowly exhale. And as you exhale, I ask you to begin to think, to be mindful, and begin to look back. Look back over this year. Look back to some of the events and experiences of this past year as a teacher, as an educator. From the excitement of September to the initial days of meeting your kids, beginning your class and your work together, your time with your colleagues. Just look back. Maybe this year, pre-COVID and post-COVID, or at-home learning. So just try to be mindful of the highlights. What pops? What comes up in your mind? What raises? What images and memories and faces flash through your mind? And what feelings come with those thoughts? What feelings are associated with those people, those places, with the events? As you go through the year, think about something you're proud of. Maybe something new that you tried. Maybe you developed something. Maybe you took an unexpected rest. Think about something that you're proud of. And hold on to that thought, that memory, that image as if it were. What comes to your mind? And again, how do you feel? How do you feel and experience that pride? And who are the people you're sharing that with? Is it a colleague? Is it a specific class? Maybe a team that you coach? A group that you work with? Maybe you're in the arts and something you did with a choir or a band. Think about something you're proud of. Let that memory and that thought and those feelings fill your hearts, fill your mind. Now as you recall your year and you go over your year, think about a challenge that you had. Think about a challenge you had either with a student, maybe a parent, maybe an administrator or a fellow teacher. Maybe just the circumstances that happened in March. Think about some of the little things that created that challenge. How you dealt with it. The people you worked with to make it happen. And what can you take away from those experiences, from those challenges? What have you learned? How have the challenges of this year become part of your story as a teacher, as an educator? And that last in your mind, think about something you're thankful for. Review the experiences and the encounters of the year. Think about something that you're thankful for. Thankful for from your time in your classroom, with your students, maybe a specific encounter with someone who is struggling. You help them get over the hump. You're thankful for working at a certain school, working with certain people, being able to do certain things. So think about what you're thankful for. Be mindful of what arises in your mind, the feelings you have as these moments play out, and the gifts of those experiences, the elements of grace. What are you thankful for? So mindful of all these things we're proud of, challenges we've had to face, things we're thankful for, maybe even mistakes, things we regret. We bring all those things to this simple prayer. It's something many of you are probably familiar with. And as I read it, let the images and memories and experience of this year speak to you. Let this prayer bring to life some of those experiences and the gift of being an educator and inviting God into those moments. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace, taking as He did the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that He will make all things right if I surrender to His will. God, grant me the serenity. Grant me the courage, the wisdom to live one day at a time, one moment at a time, accepting hardship and challenges, accepting this broken world and its people as it is, as they are, not as I would have them, and trusting, really trusting that all will work out in the end, in your time, in Kairos, not mine. If I let go, if I surrender, if I listen to your will that resonates within me, God grant me. God grant me. So as your heart fills up with the memories and experiences of this year, you share a little gift of thanks. You start to take a few more deep breaths and you start to come back. You start to hear my voice a little bit more clearly. You start to wiggle your toes and squeeze your hands. You start to slowly open your eyes and come back to the now.